Hello everyone, welcome back. In this session I am going to discuss about the working of thermal power plant. Thermal power plant means thermal is the heat, and from the heat if you generate the electricity, then that is the thermal power. Then whatever the plant we are going to use for the generation of electricity by using the heat generated by the combustion of the fossil fuels is called a thermal power plant. In this thermal power plant, we are going to use the fossil fuels for the generation of the heat. Then heat we should convert into a useful form of energy, that is the electricity. To convert that one, before that we should need to convert it into a mechanical energy, and in this one we are going to use the medium for the conversion is the steam. If you use the heat for the generation of the steam whatever generates, it contains the heat energy in it. Okay, then if that steam is expanded through a turbine, then turbine runs and converts that whatever the heat energy content in the steam into a mechanical energy. Then that mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy by connecting it into a electrical generator. Then now I will discuss that is how the working actually is taking place. Here in the furnace, the fuel may be a coal commonly, or other fuels also we can use, that is such as bagasse, which is the wastage of the sugarcane industry, then or other fuels like natural gas, oil also we are going to use as the fuel in this one. Then air for the combustion we are going to use. Then if we burn this fuel and air in the furnace, then that supplies the flue gases, in the form of flue gases, heat supplied to the boiler. Boiler is a device where the water boils, and to form a steam. Then whatever the steam formed here, okay, that steam is high pressure steam that is supplied to a turbine where it runs the turbine. Then the shaft power of this turbine we are going to have, that is a mechanical rotary power. Then this, if you connect to the electrical generator, we are going to generate the electricity. Then after the expansion of the steam in the turbine, the low pressure, low temperature steam will be coming out, and that is condensed in a condenser. This is the condenser. That means whatever this in the vapor form it is there, that should be recirculated. The steam we cannot pump, that's why it should be condensed to a liquid. To condense that one, in the condenser is used. Usually the different types of condensers are used where the low temperature water is supplied, and in the condenser heat from the steam is transferred to the water, and thereby its temperature reduces and it will be condenses. Then it will form a liquid. Then the liquid whatever is there, by using the feed water pump, it is supplied to a turbine, again boiler. Okay, because here the feed water pump whatever is there, that supplies water to the boiler at a higher pressure. In the boiler drum, usually the pressure is higher, and the water whatever we are going to supply, that should be above that whatever the pressure is present inside the boiler. That's why we are going to use a specially designed pump that is called as a feed water pump. Okay, this is about the steam cycle. This is the first one. This is the steam cycle. That means here the steam power plant whatever is there, it consists of the three circuits. One is steam circuit, and another one is the flue gas circuit. The third one is the condenser water circuit. Okay, this first one completes, that is how the steam formation and the expansion and conversion to energy we have discussed. Next one, here whatever the flue gases are there producing after combustion of the fuel, okay, that should be discharged to the atmosphere, and for that atmospheric air we are going to supply, and to supply the air, Okay, that is separate fan we are going to use. Okay, that will supply the air to this one. Then later, after the combustion, whatever the combustion gases are there, those will be supplied to a stack. It is called as a stack or a chimney. That is vertically cross section, low decreasing cross sectional. That is a construction that is called as a stack. And this construction, because of the in order to increase the velocity of that combustion gases, and that will reaches and that is discharged at a higher distance in order to avoid the emission or increasing the temperature at the surface of the earth. That's why this stack is used, or a chimney we can say that one, where at a certain heights about the 150 meter height we are going to discharge. Okay, then later this is the flue gas circuit it is. The next one, the cooling water circuit. Here whatever we are going to use in the condenser to condense it, okay, that is supplied from the cooling tower. Okay, in the cooling tower what happens? The warm water whatever is coming out of this condenser, that is discharged about the 1/3 height at the cooling tower. Okay, this is whatever the hyperbolic in shape. This cooling tower is hyperbolic in shape. That is a natural cooling tower. Because of this shape only, the air at the bottom enters into this cooling tower and that flows in the upward direction. As it is flowing in the upward direction, then the water is sprayed at a 1/3 height. Those will be mixes. This is also one type of a condenser only. There is a heat is transferred from this warm water to the air. That is a direct contact condenser. It is direct contact condenser. Here actually the water is falling in the downward direction. The air from atmospheric air, cold air at the bottom enters and that moves in the upward direction and mixes with this water, and it's transferred. The heat is transferred from this water to the warm water to the air. Then the air will be moving upward. This process is continuous. Due to that, the water is falling below here and stored at the bottom of the cooling tower. There is a cold water. It will be stored at the bottom of the cooling tower, and by using the pump, it will be supplied to this one condenser, where it will be the steam is condenser. And in this one, this continuous we are going to add. During that time, the whatever the heat is transferring from this water to the air, some water particles also carried along with the air. Some water is lost, and some in the form of moisture it will be going to the atmosphere. Thereby, some water quantity will be reduced. Now to make up that one, makeup water will be supplied to this one. Makeup water will be supplied, that is from the source of river or lake or something. From that, makeup water will be supplied to this one. Okay, then input of this cooling water supplied to the condenser. Like this is the cooling water circuit. Like this, there are 3 circuits which are used for the power generation from the fuel. Okay, the chemical energy present in the fuel will be converted into first steam, which is a medium for conversion of the heat energy or a chemical energy present in the fuel into a electrical energy. Okay, that is the thermal power station, whatever the main purpose is there. Okay, this also we can explain by using this 2-dimensional drawing, that one. The same thing it will be there. Okay, here the actually coal hopper is there. Pulverizer means here the coal is powdered to now to have the better efficient combustion. If it is more surface is exposed, then the more combustion will be taking place. Pulverizer means it is a crushing of the coal into a powder form, and that is supplied, air is also supplied along with that one. Then the combustion of the coal will be taking place inside the furnace. The remaining ash will be falls in the ash hopper. Then whatever the steam generated here inside the boiler, okay, where the flue gases from the furnace is flowing, and that steam is expanded in the turbine, and then whatever the shaft of the turbine is there, that is connected to an alternator or a generator, and from that the electricity it will be generating. Then whatever the low temperature and low pressure steam coming out of the turbine will be condensed here, and from the condenser the water storage to that it will go, and from the feed water pump There is a feed water storage is usually provided for some of the power plants. Then from the storage plant, feed water pump, feed water, it will be supplied to a boiler by using the feed water pump. Okay, this is also called as hot well. The temperature of the water is higher, due to that one hot well we will call. Okay, this is about the steam circuit. Then the cooling water circuit here, from the cooling tower, the water is supplied to a condenser and it will be again discharged in the cooling tower, okay, at a 1/3 of the height. Then the cooling will be taking place. That is a hyperbolic shape of the cooling tower we are going to use. Then here, the whatever the combustion flue gases are there, those will be coming out of the furnace. Those will be going to the precipitator, electrostatic precipitator, ESP we are going to use, where the some of the fly ash which is going along with the flue gases, that will be separated. Otherwise, if it goes to the atmosphere, that will become say harmful for the human beings. That's why that should be separated before leaving to the atmosphere, and later through the chimney it will be discharged to the atmosphere. Like this, the working of the steam power plant is taking place, and that also we can explain in the written terms. Okay, that is a thermal power plant is a large facility that converts heat energy into electrical power. Heat energy is typically generated by burning fossil fuels such as coal, oil, natural gas, even though biogas is used in the cogeneration plant and the sugar plant. The hot combustion gases are used to heat water in the boiler, which produces a steam. The steam is used to rotate the turbine blade. The turbine shaft is connected to the generator. The generator converts the mechanical energy into electrical energy. The thermal power plants are major source of electricity in the world. In the world, the most of the power is supplied from the thermal power plants only. That's why it's a major source of electricity in the world. They are reliable and efficient. We can easily depend on that one, and the efficiency of the thermal power plant is also higher, and they can build on a large scale. Large scale also we can build, that is around 1 unit can be built out to the 200 and 220 megawatt power plants. Okay, that is usually higher capacity compared to all other power plants we are going to use here. However, they also have the number of environmental drawbacks, including air pollution and greenhouse gas emissions. Usually some disadvantages are associated with this one. There is an environmental pollution problem that can be avoided by using the efficient combustion of the fuel gases, and along with the high pressure boilers we are going to use. Nowadays, whatever the emission problems, those are reduced. Those are called high volume combustion technologies. That means efficient combustion of the fuel. If you carry it out, then we are going to reduce that whatever the environmental pollution is there. We cannot eliminate completely, but we can reduce that one. That can be carried out here. One way of the reduce the environmental effect of thermal power plant is to use high volume combustion technology. These technologies allow for more efficient combustion of the fuel, more efficient combustion. If it is complete combustion is taking place, it will be converting into carbon dioxide instead of the carbon monoxide and other whatever the oxides are there. Okay, that's why it will be not much harmful compared to that other gases, which reduces the emissions. High volume combustion technologies are also being used to develop the new types of thermal power plants that use renewable energy sources such as biomass and solar thermal energy. This what I told that one. That is the biomass what we are going to use. Biomass usually whatever the woods also we are going to use in the thermal power plants, or the biogas what I told, which is used in the sugar industry for the power generation. And solar thermal energy also nowadays we are using in the new whatever the power plants are there to apply the new technology. That means the whatever the air is there, that is heated before only supplying to the combustion, and some of the heat is supplied by the solar thermal energy. Okay, by that one we can reduce that whatever the emissions are there from the thermal power plant, which is usually major problem associated with this type of the power plant. This is the working of that thermal power plant. Thank you for watching. subscribe my channel and comment and share this one, and also watch some other videos of my content. Thank you once again.